doing?
Hi Shiru, how are you?
I'm great. Yourself?
I'm good.
You look fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I'm so elated to have you here today because I'm curious to know just a few questions about this amazing property, Escada.
Sure thing.
So, taking it all the way from the top, could you maybe tell us something about this property?
Okay, Escada is located in the heart of Nairobi, Westland, and it is developed by Canaan developer. It consists of 153 apartments. It has two types, in which we have two bedroom apartments, in which it measures 81 square meters. And we have the studio, which measures 31 square meters.
So looking around, this is a space I can describe as very bold and very outstanding. Definitely different from the kind of spaces I'm used to seeing here in Nairobi. Could you tell us what the inspiration for the design of this space was?
Okay, the inspiration behind this property is from the word itself, Escada. It's a Portuguese word which means level up or staircase. So I just want to level up the design on here in Kenya. So we've been trying to achieve bright space before, but now we try to think outside of the box. So we try to incorporate bold finishes on this one. So it is inspired from an urban living. I think we can also describe as a New York thing-ish, like how we manipulate the space, the small spaces we convert it into a useful and conversational spaces. Okay, with this project, we have involved from the very beginning. So you have a lot of people you need to consider. First is the developer, which is the client. Second is the real estate agent who's gonna be selling the property. Third is your architect. Fourth is your landscaper. Fifth is your people that's gonna be living here. And sixth is the interior designer.
Wow, that's a long list of people.
It's a long list. So our job is to make sure that these 5 people are happy. So what we did is we asked them to list down all their issues. You have to take down all those lists because you're the last touch of this property. Every property, you're the last touch.
The cherry on top of the cake.
Yes. So yeah, true. You're the icing, right? Yes. So now once everyone is happy, you will design according to their requirements. It's a long list. It's a long list. Now after that one, you will now focus on the aesthetic part of it. So when it comes to aesthetic, it has 2 classification. So which is the architectural aesthetic, and also next is the FF&E. So for the architectural aesthetic, in which we are so involved from the grouting. Imagine grouting, small detail, but it makes the property looks nice. So from the tile selection, from the cabinet, joinery, finishes, backsplash, countertop, the ceiling, the lighting. So we are created that design. So it needs to have balance. So you have to balance it with your budget as well. Yeah, those are the things that you have to consider when you are designing a property. It's not all about the glitz and glam. So this glitz and glam will be the next process or this next stage, which is the FF&E, which is you're gonna be playing with your textiles, your your bling blings, your colors. So that's the fun side of interior designing. So in Lehem we have dream, design, and create. So dream is the conceptualization, you have to involve all these people. So the design, you have to review your layouts, if it is making sense, if it is the space is enough or not. So you have to demolish some walls, you have to move the sockets, all those bits and pieces. The trickiest part here is the create. How to convert this bunch of papers into reality, right? It's a lot of coordination, it's a lot of explanation. So it's a process.
Yeah.
Interior designing is a process.
It is a process, but I am loving how effortlessly you're making it look. Because this space is outstanding, it's super beautiful.
Okay, for the material selection, we always like based from the dream. So the dream is like a bit moody. So when we selecting the backsplash, so we've used the hexagonal mosaic tiles. Then the countertop is the black galaxy. Then also on the cabinetry, we've used this gray oak with we combine it with glass, so that makes looks wider and bigger. Then also on the flooring, we've used the gray vinyl, in which it gives warmth to the space. Sometimes like people are really like afraid of using bold colors, but here we've actually tried to use like very bold colors such as black, in which like our main door, it is a black color, but it has tree texture, which is like what we need to do is like on designing in general, what we need to do is like, okay, you can design is like monochrome, but you have to layer texture, like texture after texture after texture, so that you can bring the richness of the space or the material. On the bathrooms, what we did is like we use a concrete texture tiles. We actually accentuated with matte black tops, also the shower. So it's very urban living. What we need to consider is like we have to consider the balance of it, that sometimes like gray tones makes the space very cold, but here what we've used is like we've used the 3,500 kelvins to illuminate the space, so it makes like the blue tones disappears. So it's always like a balance, like balance of textures, balance of colors. Okay, the challenges is like what we've expect is what we didn't get. Yeah, it's so funny because it's like it's so hard for you to conceptualize, and you're ending up like getting different. So sometimes it's like, design is like that. You should have like the flexibility on like when it comes to budget, also like the materials. So I think the main challenge here in this property is like the delay of materials came from like those imported materials. For example, the joinery came first before the tiles, in which like it affects the program or the schedule of the property. So I think we assume that we on this time we should like handing over the property to the clients, but now COVID is there, so we have like a bit of delay on this part. So right now I think all the materials is been like delivered, so it's just only the installation process now, and that takes a bit of time.
So Ace, for purposes of anyone out there who'd be interested in purchasing this property, what's the one thing that you could actually tell them to convince them that Escada is unique and different from all the other properties in Nairobi?
Okay, I think Escada is very unique property. It has this oomph factor. Is very different what we've done here. So we think outside of the box, and also we are keen to every single details. So I think I am so confident that the finishes and also the colors that reflects from exterior to interiors, it's flowing. And also I am so excited about the public areas, the amenities. It's so posh that gives you like this experience of urban living.
Okay guys, you heard that.
Thank you.
And then
Bye.